right, Bleacher Report is reporting that the Pistons will not be extending James Wiseman unless it's an extremely team-friendly deal. We know they're not extending Killian Hayes already. So, nationally, people always talk about Wiseman. He was the number 2 pick in the draft. They overlooked Jalen Duren. Now, I seen an article about that, and I'm going to speak on that. I just ain't got around to it, so hopefully I remember to put it in my notes. And I speak about nationally why Jalen Duren's been overlooked. But I guess that's right. They said he has too much to prove to get an extension. So him and Killian Hayes in the same boat. Now, competition is healthy. Competition is good between him and Duren. Iron sharpen iron and all that stuff, man. He's a very talented guy. But you can just look at Jalen Duren and say, man, you know what I'm saying? He just looked different. Physically, he's grew a few inches to being 7 feet. I think Isaiah Stewart was the first one to bring that up, that he grew. And, he's still a young man. He was the youngest player in the NBA last season. So, Wiseman got his work cut out for him. Now, what would be shocking if him and Duren and Wiseman work out together. I think it'd be more of Wiseman defending the rim and Duren going on the perimeter guarding the power forwards, or these new super small forwards is what I call them. I think he got the better feet to be on the perimeter guarding the Jabari Smiths of the world and guarding the Paolo Baranchos and the Tobias Harrises of the world. I think he's more built for that than Wiseman. Wiseman better be at the floor, running a straight line. You know what I'm saying? Do it that way. But yeah, Wiseman, I think it worked out for Wiseman well too. If Wiseman go out there average double-double, somebody gonna pay him. Somebody gonna pay him. And that's gonna be what it is. He gonna get paid if he go out there and he able to get a double-double. Somebody gonna pay him. So if I'm him, I go out there, try to do the best of my ability, stay healthy, rebounds, so I can score a little bit. And, that's what I'm trying to accomplish. So, I think it's smart on both ends. Wiseman might go out there and have a big season, But I think a lot of people secretly think Jalen Duren might, I think they don't say this out loud, they think Jalen Duren might be the best player on this team. And me and B. Taylor was the first one saying they need to get him. Now, you had a whole bunch of y'all saying, no, y'all don't need him because, he can't shoot threes. He can't shoot threes. And that's what people were saying. Just because he couldn't shoot, that he couldn't be effective. I don't believe in that. Because I've seen him work in the National Basketball Association enough. So, I don't worry about that. Now, offensively, Wiseman seemed to have a better jump shot so far. So, offensively, you might kind of want him on the perimeter more than Jalen Duren. I don't need neither one of them shooting the ball, to be honest. But, Wiseman definitely got talent. Easy double-double. Like a natural shot blocker. I just think it's just having the confidence physically to go out there and do it after being hurt so much in his career. But, I'm not taking no extremely team-friendly deal if I feel like I put the work in this offseason and I'm going to go out there and produce. So, I'm not taking a team-friendly deal if I'm him. I'm going out there and I'm betting my chips on the table. And if he turn around and have a good season, even if it's coming off the bench starting or whatever, somebody going to pay him a bunch of money. But you root for a guy like him, has some issues in college, has some physical issues that slow him down. And that's damn near like 80% of the league that's dealing with physical issues. So a lot of it got to do with the diet, the nutrition, and it got to do with, the ever so adding to the encyclopedia of fitness and fitness. Remember CrossFit was good, and now in the NBA they do resistance bands and low weights. And when you play a high, and I always kind of get into fitness and stuff too, man. When you play a high interval sport like basketball, it's hard to put muscle on. Because intervals is the best way to burn calories. Most people say, well, distance, but intervals is. You walk up hills, you walk and run, you stop and run, you stop and run. That's the best way to run and burst. That's the best way to burn calories, especially if you throw in some incline in there. So think about it. It's hard to gain muscle mass while you're doing that. So doing that little bit of resistance training is not going to really help you. It's not going to help you build no real muscle. So for a lot of y'all that's heavier out there, females and males, y'all heavier set, I'm gonna do a fitness vlog and I share it on this channel. The people been asking me to do it, I'm gonna do them, show y'all how to do workouts, give y'all personal experience, whatever. But the number one thing when you heavier set, you got a lot of body fat. Everybody look to do cardio and all that, man. You gotta lift heavy. You have to lift heavy. That's the key. So when you're doing high intervals or you heavier set, you gotta lift heavy. You know, don't have to be extremely heavy, but it has to be heavyweight. That's how you shape your body. And then, you know, the calorie deficit that you gotta put yourself in while lifting heavy, people think it can't be done. It can. I've done it. So, but nonetheless, you know, I think Wiseman probably need to lift a little bit more heavier. That's what I would say. You know, see what his nutrition, you know, where he hurting himself nutrition wise. See where he hurting himself at and see if he can improve it there. But yeah, I think it's in his best interest to bet his chips on the table, because one good season can turn into a 5-year, $100+ million contract for him. So, I mean, you know, but the talent is there. The only roadblock in there is his health and Jalen Duren. That's it. And the way these guys, you know, in and out the lineup, that he gonna get an opportunity. When you get your opportunity, don't look back. You know, don't try not to look back. But I think it's smart. I think you got some guys that can get traded before the season, before the media day. You got some trade candidates. Hayes, Bagley, you know, you got a couple of these dudes floating around there. So, Bojanovic, you know, some people want to trade him so bad. I think he's more valuable right now to the team. So, we just have to mess around and see. But I think the smart move for Wiseman, and, you know, for Wiseman is the weight. That's the smart move for Wiseman is the weight. Put the work in this offseason. You know, get your opportunity and put up buckets and get paid. So, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $, CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.